There was a day where you went to work, you did a good job, you stayed in a career for 30, 35, 40, 45 years, and you got a guaranteed retirement income. It was called a pension. Well, this week was pretty revealing. General Electric, so GE, number 18 on the Fortune 500 list, so it's very big, very established, well over 100 years old, ditched their pension system. Now, you got to understand the trend, and you have to know what to do in light of the fact that you're responsible for your retirement in this new economy. So pensions were guaranteed, but now there's been a shift from corporations managing the fund, benefiting the employees, and now the employee, that's you, has to do it by themselves. They're replaced with plans like a 401k. This is money, this is a plan that's set up, and as your income comes in, before the government even takes taxes, it goes into your retirement savings and retirement investments. And the amount that goes in, that's set by you. How to manage it, like where it goes, what kind of funds, that's set by you too. If you were to invade it, you want to borrow against it, that's your decision. There's a little bit of peril there, but that's your decision. If you want to take money out early, there's a penalty. But again, that's up to you. It's all your decision. So if you're going to have to manage it, wouldn't it be good to get some training for it? And wouldn't you be able to tell me what's your plan now? Most students can't tell me this. Most early employees can't tell me this. And this is critical to their long-term outcome. It's imperative that you know how to do it. It's imperative that you have a plan. You don't have to understand everything about the stock market, figuring all that out, and all the legal ramifications and tax ramifications. I'm just talking about a macro understanding of the big dynamics, and it's not too hard. You can do this. So suffice to say, pensions are a thing of the past for non-government employees. GE just happens to be the latest, and they hung onto the pensions long after most companies ditched them. So there's good news and bad news. And by the way, if you're headed into the government sector and you say, well, listen, I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to be a firefighter, I'm going to be a police officer, or I'm going to teach on a college campus, I don't have to worry about this because I have a pension. Well, I've got a message for you as we wind this up. The bad news is, if you ignore this, this is at your long-term financial peril. The Employee Benefits Research Institution recently came out with a statistic. 41% of households headed by somebody 35 to 64 will run out of money when they're retired. My goodness, this is horrible. And many people are forced to demote their lifestyle. They have to cash in the equity on their home, so they've got to go ahead and move into a smaller place. And this is nonsense. When you were working, you were hardly ever at home. Now you can put your feet up and enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you're moving? This doesn't make any sense. And you become economically frail. And by the way, physically, you're becoming more frail over time. So you live with economic uncertainty. No way for that to be as you become you move into your senior years. But if you have a plan, you start early and have a career-long plan, and you kind of get the macro elements that I talked about, you can build fabulous wealth, and then you can protect it. And it's better than the wealth that was provided with these pensions anyway. And it's all up to you, so you are in a very good place. We'll give you some input here. You can do this. You can build wealth, you can protect it, and you can lead the way yourself. No one's going to do this for you. And for those people that are headed for government pensions, many jobs that once were government jobs are now outsourced to the private sector. Think about prison guards. It used to be a federal job. It was a really great job, had pensions, and now they're outsourcing prisons. There's all sorts of examples like that. So you don't know what the future's going to bring. You know, your career is probably 40, 45 years. And this trend's going to go ahead and continue. And then pensions will all of a sudden, mid-career, you're going to have to adapt. Further, most of these programs, these state-run and federal-run programs, they don't have the funds to support the promise. So that's got to be worked out over time, and people keep kicking the cans down the road. So if you think this does not apply to you because you're headed off to the government sector, think again. I strongly suggest you augment whatever the pension promise is right now with some investments to assure you're going to be where you need to be so you have the wealth and freedom, so one day you have the retirement you're dreaming of. Remember, you want to have a great career, amass a lifestyle that makes you feel happy, successful, fulfilled, and proud, not have to demote it in retirement, and have enough discretionary money and discretionary time so that you can follow your heart's desire. Why are you not taught this in middle school? You're not taught this in high school? You're not taught this in college? I don't know, but I do know that the people who taught you and the people who made those curriculum decisions, they all have pensions themselves. So the government's not going to help you, educational system's not going to help you, but we're here to help you, and it is up to you. You can do this, and you can have a fabulous retirement. And I know it's a long way down the road, but little things you do consistently now along the way will make a huge difference, and your future self will thank you in a very big way.